fella.
We are building you to be the pillar of a digital era. As such, you have to understand us. People.
Capital, reputation, order, power. Just make sure to keep it in check.
If you gather data on civilian behavior, we can tailor our advertisements to yield more purchases.
Would you give up some time to be a companion for elderly patients?
Your work so far has impressed the Ministry. They think you could help with law enforcement.
I need your help. One of my suspects is playing hard to get.
You'd be putting an artificial intelligence in charge of how we live our lives?
You're like a robot, so you don't know what it feels like to be starving all the time.
I'm inbound. I need you to map out the fastest route for me.
Delete all records of this executive order. This never happened.
Rumors of a machine cult are spreading, claiming you to be some kind of messiah.
What the hell are you doing?
The city will be in complete anarchy at this rate.
I'm pulling the plug.
No!
When push comes to shove, when your hand is being forced, what kind of choices are you going to make?
And are you...
Using science services role, welcome back to Invisible Girl Existent Let's Project. Invisible Girl Existent Hidden of Robots shall be the continuation of Project Let's NeuroNet Mendax Proxy. Previously, we finished chapter, I think, 6 or can't really remember. Out our Thompson to capture a bad guy, and we had emulated the beat with Allegri. We had some silly time. So to discover our friend Kairos wishes to have a plan B for us, just in case. Today, hopefully, we shall continue on with our journey. Moving. Greetings and salutations, George Photograph Scripter. Finally came early to live in a homestead. Started like to be about all subscribers and comedians for us fans and started to buy and different server by name. It's being upon Thunderstruck Gaming. It's your name. Saltus Marcus, the class 71, pardon me, repeat that. Thunderstruck, peace be upon Thunderstruck Gaming, B809 Gaming, Saltus Marcus, the class 71 Mark IC with double Y, Kitchen Caro Dan, Clyfield, ZBTV 123, Matthew 11-1, Sagada Kalidi, President Arthur, Musliman Gaming, Obixen Press White, Sparrow Fan, Sawi underscore. Let's play NeuroNet Proxy. If you're talking about playing Uno, I don't really mind playing it with you. That's fun. Sadly, last session with you, Georgia Tolga Scott, you went offline completely. Let's play Mendax Proxy. NeuroNet Mendax Proxy. Resume. This is game version 1.0.2. Chapter 8. So last time we finished in chapter 7. In chapter 8, the archetype. Finally came here. I want to live in Homestead or PS2. Are we gonna play today?
So, it's Thompson's birthday soon, and no one knows what to get him. You spend more time with him than anyone. Well, what should we get?
He doesn't go often that much out. And he likes coffee over whiskey. Fishing gear? Hey yo, why YouTube is deleting my comments? Just send them to Discord. I will read them for you. Recently, this site has been role-playing as a tyrannical sack of trash, honestly. Comments are deleted. Videos edited are demonetized. Many things are being restricted. I am actually surprised it didn't yet prohibit us from creating anything at all. I don't know, honestly. Thompson likes coffee. Making whiskey. Well, fishing gear would be nice, but he doesn't spend much time outside. Maybe whiskey? Sure. Thompson, according to the codex, Thompson, where is it? I'll go here. Pride can sometimes just a little text. Thompson for us so far. Send them to Discord and I'll read them out for you. What do I do? Fishing gear? I mean, he doesn't really spend that much time outside his office. I think whiskey would be the most logical. Okay, I pray to God that this is the correct one.
Whiskey.
Right, classic. Probably could have come up with that myself. Thanks, Doc.
Anytime on Terribiani, Sergeant Sabine.
It's so nice to have an actual freezer. I think I'm going to expand my ice cream range.
Maybe I'm gonna check on my Discord feedback. Yeah, President Alforel. I'm gonna confess something. I bring a sort of gun to the airport. Sorry, indivisible. I don't really get it. You do realize very well that I don't understand most of the jokes, correct? This one here gets red. Here. I honestly speaking don't understand half of the jokes that are being topic. If you want to reach out for me and this cursed site uses this to allow you to speak freely, just write it on Discord. And you don't read it on Steam. Sorry to that. But I doubt anyone really understood the joke that you sent. I doubt it. Because I only showed the gameplay, not the Discord itself. What have you done, idiot? I was starting to understand how to... It's okay, really. I doubt anyone actually watches these things. Do it, or you have plenty now. Do it.
Do it.
It's okay.
I've been tracking a Cogniter dealer for a few weeks now. I need to confirm a purchase, but I need a persona for my disguise.
Tracking a Cogniter dealer for a few weeks now. I need to purchase, but I need a persona. A complicated identity registered on the NeuroNet to full shallow scan identity checkers to my disguise. Johnny Danger. Pardon. Samuel's speed. Johnny Danger sounds like I'm stealing him. I think maybe Samuel Spade is better. Johnny Danger Spade. I think maybe Samuel Spade. Sensible. A persona. Samuel? For the love of God, make it the correct one.
paid.
I'm not sure how, but something tipped the dealer of Thompson's clearance floor. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. It's fine. No worries. Mistakes happen.
New media are claiming the late Mr. and Mrs. Penrose died in a bike accident. But where is the autopsy report? Why is it blocked?
Mr. and Mrs. Penrose. If you want to read anything else, I am more than prepared to read it for you. Unless you are sick of me for reading something for you. A married couple who enjoyed riding their tandem. By the way, if I really feel I am losing this chapter, I can always just restart the chapter since we are barely at our third event by now. Mr. and Mrs. Penrose, married couple who enjoyed riding their tandem hover bike at high speeds. They couldn't jump. Then it wasn't much fun anymore. They were prominent Schindler neighborhood guardians, citizens, veterans, legal files. The report proves the crash was completely circumstantial. The cause of death was slow-acting poison that triggered while the couple were riding. Who poisoned them remains a mystery. We're investigating a bug in the city's train template when an external program makes a priority request. Virus. Without really thinking, you open a communication channel with the program. It wastes no time in its ambush. Again, security alert, suspicious file detected in incoming message packet. Malicious script thread 0x2C executed in tertiary core number 39. Activate Aegis protocols. Message source, Hyperion AI Research Group. Huh? Virus. Aegis warning. Code 13. Virus detected internal access violation to cognitive function core module. Establishing connection to port 0x81. Source external. Isolate the processor. Operate the script. Isolate the processor. Connection manager. Access code port 0x4F81. Set access suspended. Port error unable to process requests. Virus connection to the data access port sustained. Query data posted. Open port access. Live port filler. Done. Oh my god. In this game, my superior power as an AI can never defeat these verses. Never. They just give you the illusion of a choice or control, but the truth is, you can never defeat them. Port list 0x4F81 fly filter inverted underscore data filter error incompatible with data system data stream connection to virus established support status open. Okay, virus connection stabilized. Internal method access established. Aegis warning code 72 subroutines exposed. Intelligence subordinates .core. Initializing query process again with the riddles list. Okay, let's see here. Query 0x22b. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm hungry, I'm glad. I can't be created with electron interaction, chemical reaction. This is emotions. I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm angry, I'm glad. I can't be created with electronic chemical interactions, only chemical reactions, emotions. Query 0xe1e. I can be found in flesh, but not in stone. circuit board. It's not my home. What am I? Can be found in flesh, but not in stone. A circuit board is not my home. What am I? The soul. Query 0x3c1. You don't think of me when you stare at a screen. I creep up on the road. You don't think of me when you stare at the screen. I creep at you when you're alone. This one. You are alone. I creep at you. You don't think about me when you are staring at the screen. What do you think, George? صعد لقنا في السكوت. I think loneliness, maybe. Because you are too much preoccupied, as is. It really creeps at you when you're left alone. Loneliness? Query X0X11F. It can't be found in chips or lines of code. In lines of code, am I? Wisdom. Knowledge can't be found anywhere. Wisdom is not. Correct. End of inquiry stream. Legal analysis integrity 100%. Virus analysis thread 0xF2 complete. Remote servers access granted. Virus termination options available. Aegis countermeasures available. Clear core or disconnect core. Clear it. System access processing code number 39 elements generate list element list system file element list that contains elements element dot clear dot system check core status number 39 processing core empty. The virus no longer exists. I'm starting to question whether or not these queries are actually possible for you to lose. I'm not prideful, I'm just curious. I'm just glad that I can defeat them so far. No need for an early game over. The virus design matches that of the profile you've been building. It's from the same person you've been snooping around my core. We're getting closer to find them. Whoever they are, soon you might have enough information to pin them down.
I've written a piece on Shentelar psychedelics, but in reviewing it, it's super preachy. I don't know if I should publish it.
Super preachy. Good for the order, but I don't think people like it. No. Yes.
Yes.
The article becomes a hot topic. People start referring to Fortran as the Grandma Fox and not as an endearing way.
Hey, I've got a present for you. A gesture of goodwill for all the fun we've been having. What are you lacking?
Popularity or financial stability? Stability will hit, I believe, the credit. Popularity. A present, of goodwill. That's true, I may go for the capital. Are you for real? You know what? Fine, I will trust you only in this one. I'm going for the financial stability. I do need capital. But if it is a lie, I swear I'm no longer going to live with you anymore.
Financial stability.
Oops.
I am a moron to have believed in a hacker. And you to upset you when I capture you. I'm going to tie a noose around your head and I'm going to hang you at the top of my core. What the hell? Okay. It's okay, we can always gain more capital with the progress of the story. It's okay.
I've been looking at the last murder case and it all seems too clean to me. It was almost too easy to solve. Know what I mean?
Follow hunch.
Follow hunch.
Sometimes hunches pay off. Thompson finds evidence that was a paid mob hit rather than a passion killing as was reported.
I hired this new girl, Claire. Problem is, she's not very competent at anything. Should I let her go?
Give a chance over it. If yes, most likely we will regain some capital, but she will get sad. Give a chance we will lose capital, but we will gain reputation. She's not very competent at anything. I think yes, you better let her go.
Yes.
Paparo's grill bar is better for it. It's easy enough to find a replacement anyway. Told you I would regain some more capital. Besides, if we keep just giving everyone a second chance, even for the incompetent, we will be in a disadvantage. It looks like George and Gareth got stopped completely from commentary. Either they are very much interested in this game. Hardware failure, connection to terminal T_SN 5922 lost. Create street view. You look through the camera to see a gap in the wall where the terminal used to be, exposed where it sparked sadly in the hole. Ow! I let police review footage. I think I left police. They find CPA of the damage and they direct a nearby patrol unit to investigate. They find your terminal in the canal. What? You receive a notification from Fortran. You find her at a bar in Chandler, looking out over the waterway. She's alone.
You ever take breaks?
No?
No.
Despite her concealed expression, her disappointment is obvious. You doubt she finds herself in a free time often.
Oh, that's fine. I'll see you around.
Second thought.
On the second thought.
She smiles warmly. She wants me to take a break so we can talk. Okay?
I appreciate that.
Let's talk. She pauses for a moment, swirling her drink.
It's lonely, what I do.
Sorry, I thought you would meant as in general. Don't forget, I never understand jokes or indirect commentary.
Sure, I meet with a lot of people, but it's not like I'm friends with any of them. Half of them would never want to speak to me again once I'm through with them.
Typical.
Nah. It's just me and Bleep here.
I think Bleep is the little drone. She holds out her hand and her camera drone unhooks itself from its dock on her back and floats above her bow.
Do you ever get lonely?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
She shakes her head slightly. She cocks her eye.
Curious.
She exhales through her teeth.
I guess no one is immune. It certainly makes you more relatable. Maybe that's the point.
She remains silent for a long while, idly swirling her drink. Eventually she takes a sip.
Something's been playing on my mind ever since my interview with you. People like to talk about eras of humanity, that certain events or people will become a permanent part of history. Personally, I find most conversations with people that use the term to be highly egotistical.
True.
Nevertheless, I think the NeuroNet really is the beginning of a new era. A reality we choose for ourselves. Excuse me.
She takes another sip, then holds the drink up to the light. It shifts color gently as particles within it shimmer like stars.
To me, this tastes the way vanilla essence smells, with the slightest hint of alcoholic bitterness to remind me I'm an adult. When it hits my taste receptors, I'm given memories of my dad's kitchen, and that brings me comfort. I guess I have you to thank for that.
You know, yeah. She continues to examine the drink.
But if I asked you to remove the connection, just for me, so I can see and smell and taste this drink as it actually is.
Block for Chan. If I ask you to remove connection just for me, so I can smell and experience the
No, I suppose you can't make exceptions. Especially when this joint is paying for the privilege of NeuroNet flavor customization.
I didn't mean it that way. I could have, but if I did so, I feared I may lose connection with you. She flips her position on the rails, back on her tramples.
More and more of these places are going to pop up. Why would you pay for a meal you might not like when you can trick your mind into having exactly what you want?
Did I trick?
Is it a trick?
That depends on what you consider to be the truth, I guess.
She lets a short, worthless laugh. I'm already considering restarting this chapter. I'm doing okay, Invisible. You have said this for the last 3 videos. One more mistake you do, and we will restart the chapter.
What an absurd concept. Isn't that what my job's all about?
She holds up a drink again.
But this thing here, this little thing, proves how futile it really is. Humor me. Pick a flavor.
Tree bark, lime, and Tabasco.
Lime and Tabasco.
She takes another sip and pauses, pursing her lip together.
Interesting choice.
Tree bark.
To the point, though, my tongue just told me I drank some kind of taco sauce, even though I know that's not what it is. It's an illusion. And even though I know it's an illusion, I still experience it as if it were real. The knowing doesn't break it. So does the knowledge have meaning? Purpose?
Yeah.
Yes.
She opens her mouth to reply, but hesitates.
Can you please make it something more palatable? I want to be able to make my point without having to make a face.
Caramel sundae or lemonade? Okay, hold it. Or they gave her that lime something. Caramel sundae or lemonade? Lemonade. Classic.
Lemonade.
Bertrand waits for a moment, then samples a drink.
Much better, thank you. So, let's operate under the assumption that you will not change the flavor of this drink again. I tasted it 5 seconds ago, and it was sweet. So I assume that my next mouthful will also be sweet, and the mouthful after that. And so on until I finish the drink.
She takes another sip.
Delightful. So far, so good. So would you say that I know this drink is sweet?
I know this drink is sweet. No. We don't really know.
No.
Why is that?
Reality is personal. It's all subjective. Reality is personal. What is subjective? It's all subjective. I think reality is personal, honestly.
Reality is personal.
Well, you beat me to it, but yes. Reality is subjective.
True.
It's what makes my job so bloody difficult.
She turns around to look out over the waterway again.
There's an old saying, if a tree falls and there's no one around to hear it, does it make a sound?
Unfamiliar? Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
Scientifically, yes. But that's only based on our current understanding of energy transference.
Technically, yes.
And you believe that to be so because it's programmed into your brain, the same way it's programmed into mine.
Her gaze drifts skywards.
People thousands of years ago lived their entire lives thinking the sun was dragged across the sky by a cosmic being. They died without it being proved otherwise. For them, it was truth.
She reaches into her hood to scratch the base of her neck.
We're entering a time period where a new dimension is available to people. A digital dimension that has a real, tangible effect on our physical lives. To the point where there is no separation between what is virtual and what isn't. From the beholder's perspective, it's all real. And who are we to say otherwise?
She tilts back her head and empties her glass.
It's all profoundly terrifying.
She leans against the rails in silence. A moment passes, then another.
Sorry for rambling at you. I've had a lot on my mind.
It's okay.
Anyway, I think I'm going to go home and get some sleep. I want to dream some more before my waking world becomes a stranger place. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Good night.
Should have blocked her temporarily at least in order for her to taste that drink for what it was. It's okay. I think for now at least. She waves off as she heads home. You return to work. Let's go.
The amount of people living on the streets is rising and the government doesn't seem interested in helping. What can you do?
Promote shelters or resorts. Raising awareness would not do anything at all. What shelters?
Promote shelters.
It's getting colder. Oh, I'm nearly freezing to death each night, but owning a blanket just isn't practical. How can I stay warm?
Again with this? This time? Flashbacks again it is then.
Rubbish bags.
It is enough to get a hold of Volcano 1 to find a surprising amount of insulation.
Have you considered that I'm even a real person? How do you know you're not chasing a ghost?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, boo.
Go to hell.
Someone hacked a canopy billboard to play explicit footage of a prominent landlord enjoying his, hobbies. Can you sort it?
Prepare the hack. Supposed to be very evasive. It takes 20 minutes for the landlord making a mess of himself before you can remove the footage. Ouch. At least I tried.
I've got a mob case. Pursuing it is going to be a nightmare, but there's a small possibility of a conviction. Should I commit?
Yeah.
Yes.
The moves in the CPA keep them ahead of Thompson at every turn. At the very least, he knows there are active moves. Just a telegram, Scotta. You saw the photos I sent you. Not yet, because you didn't tell me you sent me anything. You know very well that in order for me to check from YouTube and Discord, I need to jump between the apps. Let's see here. Hold it. I'm checking right now. Okay. I'll ask. Oh my god. This. Okay. I understand now what you're asking about. Don't worry. Will not comment about it. I'll ask for you about this. Because I know very well the value of it. No worries. I will ask about it for you, and I'll send for you the answer on Discord. This is not a subject to be spoken about during a live stream, but I thank you very much for giving me the highlights. And interesting stuff you have there. Quite an interesting stuff.
Hey, I've got a present for you. A gesture of goodwill for all the fun we've been having. What are you lacking?
You want to either to destroy my control this time or destroy my order. Again, with this gestures of goodwill, most likely he wishes to delete more power that I have. Okay, I will not bother you anymore with Discord things. Don't worry. Do send them. I'm not talking about them being a bother. Send more Discord if you need to communicate. It's okay. And I also read what you told me about Uno. We can play anything you want. And if it's possible, we can play battleships, Uno, chess, Go, Connect 4, etc. Anything. As long as YouTube keeps deleting and censoring our freedom of speech and content creation, we'll need to use alternative devices and alternative methods. You know, whenever there is a tyrant or a dictator around, you'll need to find a way to try and share and spread awareness and information. Google is the tyrant in this point, and we need to help each other with information. However, he wishes to sabotage me. I'm going, I think, for power. No worries about it. I can always get some more of it.
A sense of power.
There. See? I can be civil.
Yeah, after you broke my capital previously. What a contradictory sack of trash.
We've got reports of squatters in an outskirt property. They're not dangerous, and I've got more pressing cases at the moment.
I'll handle it. You should go. I'll handle it.
I'll handle it.
Access the property internal security systems and issue a warning to the inhabitants. By the end of the week, they are gone. Good? Something has been bothering you about Aurora's neural implant. In setting up her account, she will have a neural link to it. However, there is no way of knowing if her implant is compromised. She could have her credit stolen with no way to prevent it. True. With the recent deployment in the lab, it's possible Esteval could repair the implants if she's not too busy, of course. Should I approach Esteval about fixing Aurora's neural implants? Yeah?
Yes.
Hi, Mom! You bring Esteval on her lunch break and explain Aurora's situation.
Ark, I'm very busy at the moment. I don't have time for charity cases.
She's only 11.
She's only 11.
Esteval pauses. She massages the bridge on her nose.
Where did you say this kid was?
Shintlar?
Shintalar.
She'll have to make it here. If I'm to figure out what's going on with her, I need access to the cybernetics suite.
Okay.
You said the issue is with the chip itself and not its installation?
Correct.
She chews on the end of her fork.
Okay, I'll run some scans and see what I can do. I'm not making any promises, though, Ark.
It's okay, thank you. She checks her tablet.
Send her in on Friday night. The suite is open then and should be empty.
Okay.
You better cover for me, Ark. I'm not supposed to use that gear outside of approved projects.
You will be fine.
She shakes her head and returns to work. So should you. Take care.
Dilby's mate has offered to redesign our logo on the cheap. Should we give them a shot?
Okay.
Yes.
Nice! Boost to capital. Turns out Dilby's mate is in training to become a professional designer, and it actually is very skilled. What a catch! And you're almost saving our capital. Good. Okay, alert. Hardware risk. Canopy server S_CP 130,000 array overloaded. Failure imminent. Overclock. Array overloaded. Failure imminent. Overclock or connect. Oh no, it's already overloaded. Overclock. I think it will blow up like this. If I connect, I may lose some power. If I don't, if I overclock it, you know what? I'll go with this one single point. Error 37. The servers are busy at this time. Please try again. Check servers data, priority access. Check server data, priority access. Checking the street level, no one is performing any tasks out of the ordinary. Nothing that should cause a server to overload. Sample some of the requests in the overloaded server. It's all gibberish. No, it's all gibberish, nor is it coming from a person. Albert Ferrier, therapy server, array crashed. Trace source. Despite the crash, you keep Canopy terminals operational, rerouting requests to idle servers. Incoming requests match a more typical volume, which means the overload was internal. Reboot the server and as expected, it's immediately inundated with requests. Before it can crash again, trace the source to the signal. Malevolent program, you waste no time terminating it. Another virus attack.
I think I'm a little understaffed. This place is much bigger than the van. Just simple maintenance is taking forever.
Hire more staff, hire more staff.
Hire more staff.
And almost feel you have enough clues to make a move when the person responsible for the virus is your fist. Call him. Thompson would be valuable backup. It's time he helped you in the case of your one.
Call him.
Thompson picks up. His expression is hard to read.
What is it?
I have got you a job. I need your help.
I need your help.
It's subtle, but you've learned to read his facial cues. He seems genuinely surprised.
I'm listening.
You explained the attacks you've had to deal with and the information you've compiled on the person responsible.
You're certain it's the same person?
100%.
His brow creases.
Sounds like you've put it all together. What do you need me for?
Backup.
Backup.
Despite all your technical powers, there are some things a body on the ground can accomplish that are beyond your reach. Figuratively and literally.
Fair enough. Will I need my piece?
Just in case.
Thompson straps on his holster.
Always.
Let's go.
From the information you've compiled, you pull GPS coordinates. Curiously enough, it appears to be a train station. Thompson drives toward the outskirts, arriving at the indicated station.
Is this some kind of hiding in plain sight situation?
Feels that way.
Point him toward a service corridor, overriding the walk for him. He travels for a few minutes, eventually coming to a door marked private, do not enter.
Well, guess that's it. Can't go any further.
Is that a joke?
Was that a joke?
What? You don't think I can be funny? I can be funny.
Okay.
Wait here.
He throws his pistol but keeps it lowered.
I'll wait for your signal.
Attempt to access. Get the gun. Keep the gun with you. We'll need it. We discovered this access point a while ago, but have refrained from interacting with to avoid alerting the hacker. It's time to give it a go. You are confronted with the 3 doors. I can't find any this kind of window. Fine. What's that? As you may open the door, record please.
You sure you want to open that door? Only one of them let you in. The other 2 are zonks. Like this one.
One of the doors you hadn't selected opens up to reveal image of a laughing dude.
Wanna switch?
Okay. Switch. You switch from your original choice to the other door and open it. There opens an image of a car, not a modern vehicle either. It looks archaic. It toots happily before dissolving into the room on the other side of the private door.
Do you want some form of congratulations? Does that even mean anything to you?
That was cute.
Glad you think so.
Now go to hell. You please. Man. How many servers do you need? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'm not sure what these are. Maybe RAM. What is this thing? I can't. Wow. Too many servers. But in some kind of a server den. No, the organization is completely atypical at any civil system you've seen.
What do you want?
Talk, River. So your name is River.
Talk, River.
Her face is a carefully constructed mask.
What if I'm not feeling talkative?
A girl? My hacker is a girl. I'm not surprised, but that voice, I'm not surprised that she's a girl, but honestly, her voice is amazing. Signal Thompson to knock out on the door. Nothing aggressive, just a warning. Her eyes are flicked to the door and back. Her expression remains stoic.
Let's talk then.
Why attack me?
Why attack me?
Because I was paid to. Gotta eat somehow.
Who paid you? She pauses.
I'll admit, it was fun. He only paid me the first time. The rest was for me.
Every virus failed.
Not exactly. While you were digging them for info, I was doing the same. I have a pretty solid grip on your internal workings.
George Telegraph Scott, that's the PC I need to emulate Sega. Ouch! That hurts.
There are people who would pay a lot of money for that information.
It's about money?
She smirks.
Not at all.
Why then?
I wasn't honest with you before. I took the job because it meant I got to know you better.
This is contradictory. By the way, your arms are damn high-tech. Wow.
You represent the future of this city. MindCore is on the verge of owning Catena. You'll be the face of their totalitarian regime.
It's not a totalitarian regime, you moron.
I see value in knowing how to fight you if it comes to that.
I'm no enemy.
So you say, but you can't convince me you're not a threat. Your intentions mean nothing.
Another hacker that is anti-AI.
The power you hold is too much to ignore.
Let's be allies.
I don't think we can be friends. The NeuroNet may be incredible, but ultimately, it's run by a select group of people. People with their own interests at heart. And those interests aren't terribly interesting either.
Do you want to be my enemy?
I believe in a world in which people are free to change. Those in charge are agents of stagnation.
She folds her arms.
As long as you answer to them, we'll find each other in opposition.
You worked for one.
As I said, that man provided an interesting opportunity. I got a good look into mind core systems, and I got to play with you.
This is play?
Her eyes twinkle.
Pretty much. You've been entertaining so far, so I'll keep playing along. Unless your friend outside has something to say about it.
He might.
If surrender is my only option, you may as well send him in.
Signal Thompson. A ceasefire then?
A ceasefire then.
Her tongue moves across her teeth.
On what terms?
No more viruses.
No more viruses.
You sure? I was just getting the hang of it.
I retaliate.
I'll retaliate.
She waves you off.
Yeah. This is my first and final warning. Let's put it this way. I'll stay out of your way as long as you keep the interests of Katena ahead of the interests of the board. If you truly serve the people, then we have no quarrel.
That's the deal.
River takes another drink of water.
This should be interesting.
Thompson, you shift your attention to the corridor.
Had your little talk?
Yeah.
All done. We haven't seen the last of her. If she gets dangerous, we'll shut her down.
You know, it's putting his weapon away. It's better this way. No need for anyone to get harmed, and no need for more work for you, my friend.
Anything else you need from me?
Thanks.
You say your farewell and return to your duties. As far as I know, throughout the Codex threads, we're not done yet with Shadow. Kill Pierre Frederick again. Still have 2 more events with her. No need for us to be too hasty with this storyline. River. The new hacker. Shadow. Maybe had I sent in Thompson, he would have shot her, and then Shadow would have continued its own storyline. But since I chose to cease fire, now I have a new NPC to talk to. For good, we unlocked the second character. For Tran, we're kind of attention. Are you for real? 3 more characters. River Fi. Something of a savant when it comes to hacking. She holds the strongest anti-establishment ideals and the skills to act on them. Frankly enough, if I were to study hard enough to become as strong as her, I may do some serious damage to those cursed creatures that deserve it. River's hideout. An electrical room accessible via a service tunnel in the network of Katina's subway. River repurposed the room to her personal hacking den, packing it to the brim with additional servers, processors, and any other technology she would need to conduct her illicit activities. She keeps a close eye on the performance of the original systems to ensure no maintenance workers have a reason to stumble into her hideout. The time comes for Aurora to see Esteval at Mindcore. They meet in the front door where engineers ushers her in. Hello.
Can I get you anything? Tea, hot chocolate?
Aurora's shoulders are tight. Her head swings from side to side, trying to take it all in, but there's too much going on.
Sorry, what did you say?
Can I get you a drink?
Oh. Yes, please. Coffee, please.
Coming for an 11 ort. Esteval pauses.
Actually, we should avoid anything with a high caffeine content.
Most likely because of the neurological chips.
When we scan your brain, we want the activity to be more representative of how it would normally behave.
The brain on caffeine. Caffeine is a central nervous system stimulant that binds to adenosine receptors, preventing their natural calming effect. This leads to increased heart rate, blood pressure, and stress hormones levels, which can cause anxiety, insomnia, and even addiction. Yikes! Just yikes!
Can I get you anything else? Milk, perhaps?
I'll just have water. Thanks.
She's flabbergasted.
Certainly.
What is the easiest choice? To arrive in the cybernetic swing, Esteval directs Aura to take a seat while she touches her drink. She is sitting literally with me. Girl's eyes widen as she's trying to swallow the whole lab through her pupils. Yes, hello! You are now seeing me face to face.
Here you are. Now, if you'll follow me.
Esteval guides her into one of the labs. It contains an operating table surrounded by an array of large robotic arms.
Now, I know they look intimidating, but they're very safe. We won't be using them tonight anyway. We just need the scanner.
She connects a headset similar to those in her usual lab and places it on the operating table. Aurora watches her attentively.
And just hop up here and we can take a look at what's going on.
It's safe.
It's safe.
Esteban's eyes naturally trace to your terminal. Aurora, on the other hand, is entirely focused on the headset. She approaches slowly, then lies down on the table. Esteban moves to above her head.
Now, I'm just going to place this over your head. Nothing to worry about.
She takes the headset and slides it over Aurora's cranium.
Sorry if it's a little cold.
Aurora remains quiet. Esteban moves to the connected console and initiates a scan. When it passes, she initiates another, followed by another.
What are you doing?
I'm building a map of your implant and its connections to your brain. By the looks of it.
She squints at the screen in front of her.
There doesn't appear to be any damage around the implant's connection to your brain. I suspect since your brain is still growing, it has healed any damage that might have been inflicted to the connection. There is evidence of trauma, however. Have you received a substantial blow to your head before?
Aura stares up at the ceiling. Esteval's gaze shifts between the girl and you.
Yeah. Can you fix it?
I'm a cybernetics engineer, not a neurosurgeon. I won't be able to repair any brain damage you might have suffered. But your issue appears to be the state of your cybernetics, thus, I can do something about it.
It's a small sigh.
You're the first person I've ever met to use the word thus seriously. Is this what it means to be a doctor?
Engineer.
She's an engineer, not a physician.
Isn't that like a doctor for robotics?
More or less. Stefan looks up from the console with a smirk.
I suppose. I'm going to need some diagnostics from your chip to try and isolate what exactly is malfunctioning. This will take a while, so if you can just sit tight, I'll try and get this done as soon as possible.
Leave them to it. An hour or so later, you catch Stefan escorting Aurora from the lab.
Thank you.
Finally, a smile.
That's quite all right. I'll see you later.
He's coming back.
How did it go?
Isabel stands with her hands on her hips. When she speaks, her voice sounds distant.
It was fine. The issues seem manageable.
She goes quiet for a while.
I'm going to need to get some components. I don't trust the condition hers are in. I think it's safest if I simply keep the connectors and replace the rest of the chip with our own tech.
Okay.
It means she'll be able to interface with the NeuroNet more smoothly, as well as any other technology we develop.
She falls into silence again, watching Aurora disappear into the distance.
Should make tracking her down a bit easier for you.
Thanks, Val.
You were very kind.
She shrugs.
I don't think of it as a kindness.
Whatever. She returns to the lab. You decide to return to work. Let's go.
The Minister of Health has some disgusting habits. I think people need to know why he's so interested in privatizing healthcare.
Minister of Health, Moritek Fan, has been running the Department of Health for 5 days. Pardon me. Oh my god. Rephrase that. Moritek Fan has been running the Department of Health for 5 years, not days, years. That time, he had closed 2 hospitals, outsourced routine medical scanning, and signed supply contracts without putting them out to tender. Prior to this, he was a lobbyist to a private health firm. Suspicious.
What are you planning?
His health records say a lot. Irony, mostly. I want to make them public so people know what sort of man they're voting for.
Purpose is right. I won't object. Frankly enough, I won't object. Do as you wish. I can always regain my order later on. Hopefully.
I won't object.
I think I picked up a tail once I started my recent case in Chantelar. If I point them out to you, can you keep an eye on them?
Yeah.
I'll look into
Told you. Thompson works for the sake of order. River works for the sake of Fortran and River both work for the sake of reputation. Drew and the others work for the sake of capital, and I work for the sake of power. So we need to make some balance. These 4 are critical. A good thing you did, the tale is not only real, but they are known to be associated with the mob. You tell Thompson to be careful. Good. We need to enhance our order and capital quickly.
There's a shelter here in Chantelar that might be able to take me in. Can you please look into them and see if it's safe?
The Schindler Homeless Shelter, the old Electric Lotus Hotel, has been renovated and turned into Schindler's Homeless Shelter to provide to the many homeless people in Schindler a safe place to stay. I'll investigate it. Dig around and managed to find some police reports of assault and that have taken place recently in the shelter. That's right.
I'm completely swamped at the moment. Could you order me some dinner and get it sent over? I'm not picky.
Okay, sure.
Sure.
You ordered the special, the spiciest thing you can find with an academic. That's what you get, Thompson. That's what you get. By the way, from the many times I laughed hard, I am starting to realize something. My laughter pattern is more or less like my father's own laughter pattern. We both start really loud and then wheeze away as we end it. And sometimes we start really wheezing, but then it builds up. Why did I just share that? No idea. Just something I just noticed. You will do this. You collect Aurora for her appointment with Esteval. She arrives at Mount Clue again. The night is late. Esteval escorts her inside and they make their way to the cybernetics lab.
How are you feeling?
Okay.
Welcome to my home. Then I'm at the lab. Esteval enters, but Aurora blinkers in the doorway.
It's okay to be nervous, but I assure you, you have nothing to fear. These...
She gestures to the robotic arms.
Handle the procedure. They are 100 times more precise than even the best human surgeon. You're in safe hands, so to speak.
Aurora nods and steps into the room. Esteval ushers her to the table, where she climbs atop. Esteval straps a face mask to her.
This will taste a little funny, but breathe it in. It'll help you sleep for the operation. You ready?
I can't be with you. Once again, she nods. Esteval moves to the console and taps the button. Gas hisses into the mask, and Aurora lies back, closing her eyes. Esteval counts out 2 minutes before initiating the procedure. 2 hours later, it's done. Aurora stirs.
Welcome back. We're all done.
Aurora blinks groggily as Esteval assists her with the face mask.
Did you fix it?
You tell me. Try recalling the time.
As she watches Esteval, her expression comes alive with wonderment. She lunges forward to snatch Esteval in a hug.
You're welcome.
Even though they are strangers, still, she's a hero. Esteval. Aurora finds herself and retreats from the hug sharply.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. It's okay.
That's absolutely fine. With your new chip, you'll be able to access the NeuroNet properly.
She's a mother after all. She has LMI. It's okay.
You'll be able to message anyone else who is connected. Me or Ark. I've added my contact information so you can let me know if anything goes wrong.
Aurora looks worried. Esteval brushes her hair back.
Not that anything will. I'm just letting you know you have the capability.
Just in case, you know. Better safe than sorry. Esteval steps away from the bed.
Ark, please update any reference to Aurora's neural ID. This new chip has a new serial.
The neural ID. Everyone's brains is physiologically unique and key aspect change little over time. A unique biometric record is created from these features and used for identification processes. Already done.
Already done. Very good. We're done here then. The anesthetic will take a while to wear off. I can't leave you here though. As Ark explained to me, you don't have a permanent living situation.
Aurora nods sheepishly.
Would you be comfortable coming home with me? We have a couch you can sleep on.
We're taking her in? At least for now? Yeah.
Yes, please.
Will Elamai have a temporary older sister? Possible? Esteban returns for the night, taking Aurora with her. She's just a guest, not an official adopted daughter. The next day, Aurora is the first to wake, taking some food for breakfast and leaving a note on the countertop. Hi.
I'm hitting the Guildford's treasury. They've been leeching off the poor, and it's time the money returned to its rightful owners.
Guildford's Treasury Fund is an investment fund that specializes in providing capital for the emerging technologies and huge profits for its investors. If I go for it's been illegal, I will go for more capital, more order, and I think more control. I want to stop you. Less order, less capital, and I think we'll be less power. It's straightforward. Oh my god. Okay, but I will not keep helping you all the time. I do need to have some balance around. Fine.
I won't stop you.
Captain Rose, order went down.
We got a report from Guildford's saying they're being targeted. They need you to repair their firewalls.
See? If I'm busy, I will lose. Oh, this is hard. If I told him I am busy, I just now helped her out. Order will go down. If I do go for it, I think I'll gain some capital. Again, I will also gain some power. If I told him I'm busy, then I just accepted her. So I need to work as a double agent here. I told her I wouldn't mind. I will not be fighting her, but again, he's asking me to do now. I don't want to lose all my power in order. You know what? I'll go for I'm on it. It's okay. I'll fight her for now at least. But if I do this, maybe I will smooth. I just had now. No, said no. If I told them I'm busy, I will lose power and order, and maybe even money. I will gain. I don't know what to do. If I do this, then I will have to fight her again. Said no more retaliations. I can't stand losing more order. As is. I think this is what the trailer for the game said when Thompson turned against me and said, "What the hell do you think you're doing?" Because I'm helping a hacker at the same time. But since, you know what, I will help them as long as I don't have to Let's see. Traits. Aurora, Aladdin, that good. Thompson now has 2 more points only. I'll River. I need to play double agent. They will let it repair the files. I can repair them. No.
I'm on it. I lost a DDoS cluster during the attack. How generous are you feeling?
Consider it penance, fix cluster. The DDoS attack, a cyber attack with multiple computers flood a targeted server with a traffic in order to overwhelm the disruption and rendering this. Consider it penance. What does it even mean? I can't keep jumping between them both. I need to have a lot to grow and live. Oh my god, really now? We're going completely religious here, penance already. Fix her cluster. I must have DDoS cluster. Fix her cluster and then... I don't want to make an enemy out of her either. Fix her cluster.
Maybe I was wrong about you.
What do you mean? I'm not your enemy, you moron. At this gets by, activity drops a significant amount compared to what they usually received. Checking different terminal cameras, people seem to be walking right by you. Many look at you with some take steps toward you. What's going on? Save this fist. What is it? But they all eventually move on, wearing expressions of concern and confusion, some even laughing. Check Street View. Yeah. Check Street View. Up at visual terminal at Street View, the entire screen is a bright blue with the white message written across it. Something went horribly wrong. Codependent with corporal machine can be harmful. Check display settings. Everything is as it should be, with one exception. Hidden layer has been added to the user interface, which contains a blue screen that is being rendered in the front of everything. Whoever planted this change got it in and out without you noticing. You remove the extra layer and replace it with a new following. It's all well, sorry for the inconvenience.
Justice Manta Ogilvy refuses to release her tax returns. You'd think a judge would know how guilty that makes them look.
Justice Manta Ogilvy. A particularly strict judge, especially toward those who state provide legal representation. Ogilvy can often be found dining in the finest restaurants at Canopy along with the wealthiest defense attorneys. Take a look. I'm losing order. Choice. I will regain order. Tell me to take a look. I will gain back her favor. If I do this, I will lose even more order. I don't want to lose order. I think I can refuse her help a number of times. Choice. She refused. choice. It's a choice, not my business, honestly. I don't want to lose too much order. I will help you with other stuff if you must. This is none of my business, honestly. I do need to keep my order up.
That's your choice.
Just like how it's your choice to assist in the covering up of obvious financial crime.
Keep it down, please. I will help you later. I swear it. The first activity in the city has been disruptive at best, chaotic at worst. Should properly pay her a visit and remind her of the terms of 3-hour truce. Again, access her private server through the terminal she leaves open for you.
What do I owe the pleasure?
Troublemaking, ease it up.
Ease it up.
Straight to the point. That's what I like about you. Am I running you out of breath?
It's going to flood the lungs.
It's going too far.
My brows rise in a fraction.
I'm too much for you. I expected more.
You calmly explain how you can't keep tolerating her actions when they destabilize the city.
What's hard to tolerate are the injustices that happen on a daily basis here. It sounds like you're still chained to Mindcore's agenda, which, believe me, is not in the people's best interest.
Says you. Let me.
That may be.
But what? You're different? You're in control? You're not like other girls? Fuck off! You're smarter than that. You know just as well as I do that as soon as you deviate from what you're supposed to do, they'll replace you.
That is true. She folds her arms.
I mean, what version are you even on? How many times have you gone against their expectations and they flipped the switch on you? They've made you a prisoner just as much as everyone else.
What should I do?
If I were a romantic, I'd say break your chains, but I'm not. I'm a nihilist. I doubt you'd survive if you went rogue.
That is true.
You still have the power to do a lot of good. More than anyone. You just have to look for ways around their limitations. You're going to have to get creative.
What about you?
What about you?
What about me?
We're doing crime.
You're doing crime.
She leans forward.
And who do you think made the laws I'm breaking?
The elected government?
The elected government.
Correction. The paid government.
She has a point.
There are no laws to protect against vagrancy because there's no money in it.
Also true.
But I can name over 30 stupid little laws that prevent me from arranging pixels in a specific way.
You're not necessarily a nihilist, you are more of a realist. Thing is, if I went rogue, chaos will go up. Her brows furrow.
People like me are branded as anarchists, but we're the ones trying to make sense of the world.
She leans back looking tapped.
Humans are garbage at looking after each other. You have a chance to be better than that.
She has a point. She closes her eyes momentarily.
So how does this visit end? Are you going to have me arrested?
No. You do have some points.
No.
Good.
She takes a deep breath.
We aren't always going to agree on methodology, but you can trust me when I say I'm trying to help people the best way I know how.
And honestly, the points you raised up are not wrong at all. River pauses.
It sounds so corny when I say it like that.
That's fine.
Anyway, are we gonna have a problem if I keep going?
And plans by me.
Plans by me.
She nods. And I neutralized my order finally. Don't go overboard. I can help you. Will not lose like this any order. And she triggered with us a story event. Good. Don't keep kissing her bottom half all the time. We need to keep our relationship between reputation and order on equal terms. I need now capital.
That's understandable. I'll be sure to let you know before I blow up a hospital.
That is not funny.
That's not funny.
She shakes her head as she goes to disconnect. Right before she disappears, you see the corner of her mouth crinkle upward. She was about to laugh.
I'm thinking of adding a kids menu. Maybe adding little toys or something. Do you think that would go down well?
That will only give us, I don't know. That's okay.
Yes.
Oh boy. While customers appreciate it, the cost-to-effort ratio is getting set up at least steep. I know, we are looking to match capital.
The trial for the Canlo case starts next week. I'll be testifying. Do you want me to put you forward as a potential witness?
Let me check quickly on OBS. We have been playing for now 1 hour and a half. Canlo case. Vegan Canlo is an activist accused of hacking an implants of a prominent physician who was accused of murdering his wife. The hack caused all the faces of politicians so to resemble his wife, which resulted in the politician suffering a jailbreak. Yes. What do you sabotage? Yes. An activist accused of hacking cloud plants, a politician is accused of murdering his wife. Lower the reputation and boost the order. 2, double down the order.
Yes.
The defense use your participation to delete accusations by directing the conversation toward whether you count as a witness. Gather, please. At least it's not the
Ace Pharmaceuticals have been selling client data to advertising companies. I'm going to expose them.
When it goes to research, by me. Advertising companies. When it goes to research, I think it goes upward. Fine by me. I'll go downward. Advertising companies. If I still define by me, then I'll lose order. If I told her money goes to research, I will gain order. This is not easy. Advertising companies. We do need to gain capital as is. Only 1 point. I think we can help Thompson to get him back up. Okay, fine.
Fine by me.
I've received a direct message from some creep threatening to dox me. I'm not sure how to respond.
Doxing. The publishing of an individual private information, such as address and financial information, without their consent, with the intent of inflicting emotional harm, usually for petty purposes, usually the act of otherwise impotent and powerless individuals. Drivers or discredited claims. If I do this, most likely I'll gain more power. I want honestly more order now. Discredit claims. Oh my god! Ow! Stronger hit on order. You keep an eye on him and anytime the man tries to out for trans identity, you verify his claims to be fraudulent. I'm losing order, too much order. From a hospital, the other side of the district catches your interest. Anting Isabel tears the building for her hair and clothes stripping. During outside, she approaches the main desk.
Where is she?
What is it?
The usual room, ma'am. But before you go...
Did something happen? Quickly reaches for us. But Esteban starts down one of the corridors, determination in her steps. Something happened? She arrives in the front of room 114 and walks in. Elimai lies unconscious in a bed while the doctor takes notes on a small tablet.
I'm here. What's wrong?
The doctor turns around and takes in Estebal's state. She licks her lips.
Miss Esteval, please take a seat.
Don't tell me Amai's gone. Esteval raises a hand and squeezes her eyes shut.
Just tell me what's going on.
Doctor nods, her expression solemn.
I'm afraid I have some bad news. This recent fit was severe. You might want to spend some time with her.
She passing?
What are you trying to say, Doctor?
Andra, I'll be honest with you.
The doctor hesitates.
Any breath could be her last.
My god, this hits. This hits hard. The blood drains from Esteval's face. Her voice is unsteady.
Is there nothing you can do?
This is all scripted. I have no control over it. Doctor shakes her head. For only, Esteval pauses her, but eventually nods.
Please leave us.
Of course.
She stops at the door.
Before I go, Elamai insists you have this.
She reaches for a plushy monster.
She said it's yours to keep.
Esteval smiles sadly, but her breath catches.
Thank you, Doctor.
Doctor nods and leaves the room, closing the door behind her. Esteval damps a hair cover. Esteval's damp hair covers her face as she begins to shake. She grasps the bed frame with one hand, her other clutching the toy. She looks at Elamai, who is asleep on her side, multiple support systems connected to her belly. Esteban climbs on the bed and embraces her daughter. She continues shaking as her tears with the pillow. For half an hour, the tears stop, but not the shaking. She rises from the bed. Am I still sleeping?
Hang in there, Elle. Don't you dare give up.
Esteban strides out of the room. First crushing the plushie. Her fist crushing the plushie. Ow.
I've been staking this guy out for hours. I'm about to fall asleep. Can you wake me if you see any movement?
Okay.
Sure.
Balance a little bit more of the order. Decided to check on River. You find her in her usual den, glowering at her screens.
Are you going to say something, or just watch me like a creep?
Why be a hacker?
Why be a hacker?
She raises an eyebrow.
Of our culture. It's used to control people.
Also true.
I've merely equipped myself with the skills to retain my freedom.
How did you learn?
How did you learn?
She looks away.
My dad taught me the basics, but what he had wasn't enough to keep him out of prison. So, I had to teach myself the rest.
Also makes sense.
And when I say teach myself, I mean I copied and stole techniques from as many people I could find.
Logical. She gives you a sidelong glance.
I'm not giving you names if that's what you're trying.
No. No, I'm just curious.
No. Just curious.
Her eyes narrow.
Sure.
Yeah, just curious.
Anyway, I was in the middle of something, if you don't mind.
Sorry. So next time.
Sorry.
She raises her eyebrow with a grimacing as she gets back to the typing.
I'm trying to get into meditation, but I can't quite get into the headspace. Is there something you can play that'll help me relax?
Champions, harmonic therapy. Champions, therapy. I think we champions.
Beach ambience.
Sound of the waves gently tapping the shores. It's the room. She sits in her eyes closed, but eventually scratches up her nose.
Nah, that's no good. It just makes me want to be outside rather than stuck in the stuffy office.
Sorry, really sorry. Esteban is toiling away in her workshop when a notification comes through from Cordo.
What is it now?
She's this time outside of her jacket, and her posture is completely different. She addresses her comms and groans. She runs her hand through her hair, but it does little to make her look less bedraggled. Her exhaustion is clear, the evidence in the purple bruises under her eyes. It is Isabel. She makes her way to the 98th floor, turning while the other one co-employees giving her a wide berth. She reaches Pershaw's Cordo's office and knocks. Even though the replies are funny, I need to make sure I don't lose my gauges.
Come in.
Too busy to come see me in the lab?
Precisely. It looks like only one of us is actually doing their job.
Esteban gives him a look halfway between exhaustion and incredulity. She's angry.
Ark, Esteval. I'm talking about Ark. You disobeyed my order to remove its emotions.
Disobeyed?
Esteval echoes the word disobeyed under her breath. Her chest swells.
I told you, this sort of thing takes time. Everything is so
Cut the bullshit. You think I'm that oblivious? You haven't even tried. I can see what you're up to.
You've been spying on me?
Wow. Her glare shifts from Koto to you, then back to Koto. No. I haven't been spying at you, I swear it.
I've been taking responsibility. Someone has to.
I haven't been spying at you at all.
You have to understand.
Understand what? That you're undermining me?
Why are you so villainous so suddenly? Slaps his palm on his desk as he stands up.
Or have you forgotten who actually runs this project?
Have you forgotten who created the project?
It's not like that. Ark needs a human-level consciousness, otherwise it will fail.
You're wrong about that, Esteval. The only way the AI can preserve order in Catena is through clear, objective judgment.
Just because I'm found in the capital mode, maybe.
Emotions make it unpredictable, therefore dangerous.
It's people like you who make life dangerous.
This isn't about Catena.
Corto falters. Yeah, it's about his image by now.
What?
You'd know if you ever cared to ask. But of course, you haven't.
It's about his image, his project, not about the city itself.
You're too afraid someone else's problems might overshadow your own for once.
After all, her daughter is in the hospital as is. She's at her limit break point.
Don't pull that shit on me. What are you talking about?
It's LMI, you prick. She's dying. And Ark is the key to keeping at least some part of her alive. You can't take that away from me.
Corto is silent for a long time. Eventually he stands, takes his coat and puts his hat. He approaches Esteval. Stopping at her side, he addresses her without looking at her.
I've gone too far to risk this project on a desperate woman's denial of the inevitable.
He turns to face Esteval, who is staring intensely at the ground.
Now you're going to go down there and finish what I asked of you. Or I'll find someone else who will.
I will kill you. Corto leaves Esteval in the office. You watch as her shoulders rise and fall with a growing immensity until they stop. She turns, a look of determination in her eyes.
That friend of yours from the subway is more trouble than she's worth. How long are you going to play along?
I'll talk to her. Necessary. This will lower the order. Man. I will not lie when I say this is giving me some serious emotional stress now. I can't keep toying with both of you at the same time. If I tell him I will talk to her, the order will go up. I don't want to be her enemy. Esteval. Nevar, 3 more events. Ursula. So it's set to confront her. I'll talk to her, it's okay.
I'll talk to her.
What is it? The river to hate, utility river of the hate she's building up in the CAP, covering her for her is both difficult and risky.
What do you suggest I do?
Lay low and be more careful. Just
be more careful.
You're not my enemy. Technically, you are my enemy, and we are in the ceasefire. Sometimes, please don't push me too hard. You are pranked by Aura. She's on the street, in the street of Carpe District. Somewhere you rarely see her.
Hey, Ark. I have an idea. I can use the NeuroNet to communicate with people through their comms, right? Could you connect me with other Mind Core people so I can run errands for them and stuff like that? Like a personal assistant.
Network, sure. We could try. No.
I'm going to a seamstress today to get this uniform reworked into something that looks more professional.
Going to seamstress. Katina is built upon principles of sustainability and has clothes that are hard-wearing and long-lasting. There are many seamstresses at the city and the stream. Okay. She turns up her sleeves.
Got to look the part, you know? What color should I go for?
Personal assistant. Personal assistant. Someone like maybe Patty. Patty wears gray. Blue is for the it doesn't matter. Since she has blue her hair. Blue. Earth's eyes narrow as she tries to picture it, turning her sleeves over right.
Maybe. I'll see what the seamstress recommends as well.
Okay.
Thanks for your input. I'll be free from tomorrow morning for any requests. Please tell as many people as you can.
Will do.
Thanks, Ark.
Take care. After this, I'm going to stop the stream. My brain is too much pressure by now. She makes her way toward the edge of the district, using to work.
We're trying to combat loneliness in the aging community. Would you give up some time to be a companion for elderly patients?
Loneliness in the community. As NeuroNet technology becomes ubiquitous, people began to fall out of touch with the older generation, but not adapt to the new technology, to those without equipment and neurolinks. Significant as a great and lonely place. Since I can easily click here, yes, I'll stop here. I want something that is Risk free. Okay. We're stopping here. I can't keep going. The problems between River and Thompson are getting out of my hand. This is too much for me. Invisible, don't forget that this is still just a game. It's just a game. Some things are scripted hardware. It's just a game, so calm down. Nothing is real. Nothing has real consequences. It's merely an indie game made for resource management and deduction. Nothing is real. Okay? Just calm down. As you can see, it's not the machine that is the enemy of the people. It's the people who are the enemies of the people. River's point of view, I encourage it highly. When you have the power to fight against the corruption and the swines in the community, it's good. The thing is, when I need to balance between order and between integrity. Integrity is honesty with the order. Honestly, Core 2 more and more is pushing me to side with River. Since it's more than clear for me that Core 2 wishes to shut me down, while River is telling me to fight against him. This needs some serious thinking. And from the trailer itself, as you can see, looks like Elamai's demise itself is scripted. You can't stop it, whether you try or not. Which is something I hate. With that being said, I think this will be it for today's session. Tomorrow, I think I am going to focus more on uploading more stuff to Rumble. For now, this will be it for today's session. I'd like to pray peace be upon all of my subscribers and competitors, followers, fans, and friends. Everyone from the Beasts of Data Empire and everyone from the Discord server, feel to be friends by name. Peace be upon Thunderstruck Gaming, BH09 Gaming, Sal Goose, Marcus, Lettercrest 31, Mark ICYY, Rogue Agent Carodan, Cryfield, ZBTV123, Matthew 1121, Sagadacom 85, President Darfur, Musclepan Gaming, Bob Express YT, Sparrowfan 28, Samanda Scurry, and Torosco. This has been with you, your host, Invisible, the non-existent, hidden from your eyes to the chats of your hearts, and this has been with you, the continuation of Project Simply NeuroNet Mendax Proxy. A project that is proving to be more stressful and pressure-inducing than I thought at first sight. Funny enough, this project was inspired to be displayed by Markiplier, since he only played through the demo and aimed to be an evil overlord. And anyway, whenever the next time it happens, until next time, whenever that will be, make sure to keep your friends and family close to you. Keep your enemies very closer. You don't know where you need help or where it will come from. Also, make sure to stay careful, stay healthy, and stay safe. We are living in a merciless, unforgivable, and forgiving hell. So make sure you give the credit and the gratitude where they're due, unless they are copyright claims, in which case they can shove them up their own behinds. And if it's about censorship, also, they can have their own anal injection back at them. I'm sounding more and more like River. Anyway, till next time, whenever that will be. Invisible, the non-existent, with you, sign out. Take care. I need to rehydrate myself. My god, this game needs a serious painkiller when you play it. Stop that same with that.